yeah, my question is, black people can't like techno? So.
That's the intro.
That's the intro. That's the question.
Techno.
So like, a couple weeks ago, I went to a concert. Boris Brecha. Is that how you pronounce it? Boris Brecha? Brecha. Boris Brecha. He's a techno DJ. He when he's on set, he wears this like Venetian mask, and he just be going ham. And that shit look crazy. Like when you watch it from afar, it looks kind of eerie, but the music's crazy. So that shit just be going vibe. It's a vibe. So I went to this concert, and I was with some people. Boom, it was cool. The vibe was cool before the party. But then when I got to the party, I kind of like strayed off in front because I was just walking to get into the party, and I never experienced this before. So as I got to the admission line, I'm someone who can pick up context or pick up vibes real quick. I don't need to know what you're saying. I don't need to know Spanish. I don't need to know Italian to understand like what you might be saying, because I just feel the vibe. And usually inflections and tone and like facial expressions, that's universal. You know what I'm saying? So I went into the admission, I got into the admissions, and I saw somebody kind of like gesture to the friend like, oh, look at that guy, like look at that black dude. He's like here at the techno party. Look at that guy. He's here at the techno party, like why is he here? Obviously, that's probably not what they said verbatim, but that was the vibe.
Yeah.
And usually, in the States, if someone's getting out of line, even if they're in public, someone's gonna check them, like, yo, relax, like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But here, it was like...
It was blatant?
It was blatant, and I'm gonna tell you why it was blatant. Not why it was blatant, but it ultimately got blatant. So when the first person made that remark, there was somebody that didn't even know that person that like continued the remark, like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha, blah, 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 blah. Then the next person was like, oh, look at that guy, blah, 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 you know? Obviously they're speaking in a different language, but I'm just like, there's no way they're like gathering to be like, look at this black dude.
Like
I'm chilling, I'm just chilling, because I'm just like, it's me versus all of them ultimately. I'm not trying to like make no issue, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing that really got me was ultimately a dude behind me was like blah 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 nigger, and I was like, there's no way this is happening right now. And I look back just to acknowledge it. I look back behind me to the dude, and he was with a couple of friends, and he kind of just like shunned his eyes away. But it was obviously him who was talking shit, and I was just like, damn, that's wild. And like me, you know, I don't invite that energy towards me, you know. And even for me, I even have a lot of kind of like different situations when it comes to racism, and I'm the first person to be like, I didn't experience that. And I got a lot of people, especially you, to be like, bro, like you haven't experienced anything. Yeah. But that I could say, as 33-year-old man, that's probably the first time where I experienced that energy, that real racist or discriminatory energy, and it made me feel some type of way. But I didn't do anything. I just continued through. I was fly that night too. That's probably about it. I felt like,
like aggressive type of way.
Yeah, I felt like if no one else is gonna check this dude, then I should. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? I'm past that. The dude was talking to me. You can talk all you want, like unless you really come and try to harm me, I'm not gonna put myself in any type of way. So I was like, whatever. So I just continued through the admission. The admissions were smooth, and you would think bouncers would do something like that. People that really control the people. But they were smooth. They was cool. They checked me. Boom. I went through, and then I got into the concert, and it was smooth. The music was dope. I was looking for other black people. There was no other black people. I was the only one there. But it was cool. This was in Budapest. But it was just kind of like, damn. It kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. It was kind of like a vibe killer for a little while. But then I just like continued the night, and it was chill. It was chill. But nobody tried me. Nobody walked up to me and was like, "What's good? Why you here?" Blah 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 blah. They were just saying it from afar, and I was like, interesting. We like the same music. What's good? We should all be vibing.
Look, bro.
You know.
So
that was my experience.
You remember when we were in Japan, and I was telling you about these experiences I had been having, and you were like, "Well, maybe you giving off a certain energy," and I'm like,
say that.
I did say that.
And I'm like, I vividly remember walking down the street in Poland at 7 a.m. and some man, I was going to get donuts. Some man yelled out, "Nigger!" I looked, I said, bro, it's too early for that. And he just started laughing, some older guy, and I'm like, and this ain't even like, I'm talking, this is a minimal experience I've had. And I'm like, here, I'll let shit slide. But if you look at me in my eyes and you think you got enough courage to say, oh, that's a nigger, bruh, if you're watching this, I will literally slap the shit out of you, no matter who you with, and dare you to do something. Because I'm like, they're using shit too loosely now because of the rap music and all this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bruh, it's like, y'all think it's cool until you meet somebody from the States. You probably been saying it around your friends and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna, if I hear you say that shit, I'm gonna turn around and check you. And you better know some type of martial art to defend yourself.
I feel you. And I mean, I felt some type of way immediately, but I understood, like, number one, I've been in a situation where it was one or two Americans versus, for example, in Turkey. There was a situation where I wasn't a part of it, but I saw it from afar, like these American dudes had some beef with the Turkish guys, and it was like 50 of them. And if you mess with somebody from a different country, their countrymen are gonna jump in and, like, just jump in, and it's gonna be a bad situation. Poland the same way. But so I was like, I'm gonna pick my battles, and I'm gonna be smart instead of being macho. Cause I could have at least been like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, you don't even know me, blah blah blah. But I was like, there's no time for that, because they would take that as an offense, and then there'd be a problem, and then I wouldn't be able to get in the party, blah 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 blah. But it just had me thinking, like just damn. And I wasn't thinking about anything real aggressive. I was just like, I'm here to party. I'm here to have a good time. And if we're still at this point where you can even look at somebody and understand that they're there for the same place, and you still have these weird thoughts or these discriminatory ideas about somebody, we still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go.
Well, you add alcohol into the situation.
Yeah, but I feel like in those situations though, and I even talk about even the micro situations, if you're like at a house party or something like that and somebody's being ignorant, I believe it's up to, not me, it's up to the people that they know, that speak the same language, to be like, yo, relax, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
The culture is behind here.
Yeah, but there's people in the culture that understand that's not cool. So if they check those people, then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm looking stupid in front of my people. I'm looking stupid in front of the people that actually understand what I'm saying. So maybe
it seems like there was a lot of people that kind of looked at you like a certain way, like, oh my gosh, like there's a black man.
I've never been in a country where that happened, like where something was said to me and they went to the person. Well, one time in Germany, one of my friends was like, hey, like, motherfucker, like, shut up. And he was like, Tim, chill. Like, I've had them calm me down, but I've never had somebody actually, like, go to the person and be like, bro, what's wrong with you? Except, Valence. We were in Valence.
Was that?
Yeah, it was that. But other than that,
I feel like the culture's crazy behind here, bro. That's like, for me, that's expected of Hungary. Like, and I don't mean any disrespect by it, but it's expected of Hungary. They're still behind. And they're still behind because I still have conversations with people where it's just like, these are rudimentary racial conversations that we're having, and it's annoying to me, but I'm from more Western civilization. Let me not say Western civilization, but like more Western,
Bro, this is actually the least amount of racism I've ever dealt with anywhere I've been, including the States. Like, listen, like, talking back and forth, a lot of them just don't know black. They never met or talked to black people. Yeah. But as far as like direct racism towards me, this is the least amount I've ever had anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, more so, everybody here is more so curious.
Yeah.
Not like,
Yeah, I mean, to that point too, maybe it wasn't so vindictive or aggressive. It just sounded like it because people just started talking and it was like directed towards me, obviously. And then the icing on the cake was this dude behind me that said all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like would he have said
Like, was he young or older?
He was younger.
Because a lot of the younger kids call each other like, "What's up, nigga?" Like,
Yeah, but
they talk like that amongst each other.
he wasn't that. I mean, he didn't look like that type of dude.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
probably he was being racist. I
Yeah,
know,
he was being cruel. I don't know.
But that was good. That's you handled it the right way.
Yeah.
I would handle it like that too.
Yeah.
If it's alcohol involved, I'll handle it. But if we sober, like you say some stupid shit, I'm gonna check it.
Yeah. Black people love techno music too. I had a great time. The set was crazy.
I've been to like
The set was dope.
3 or 4 techno parties.
Yeah.
And we're not the ones that's going like, you gotta like literally put your foot on our necks for us to be like, hey. But you had empathy for the dude when you like, all right, he probably drunk as shit.